Braaks, aka Krueger the Don, the Beast Legend and the Champ, from Windsor, Ontario, aka Dub City, Rose City, Sin City. Yeah.
Fuck what I care about enemies for. These niggas that hate don't offend anymore. Mentally, I've dealt with injuries more, so I'm getting stoned like Infinity Wars. Nigga, I don't care cause I'm high as shit, it's automatic. You driving stick and cause a crash when you riding whips. You cuffing the thoughts, and trusting the ops, and fucking with cops. You ducking the shots, and puffing the pot, and touching the guap.
Upcoming project, it's definitely be coming out super soon. It's called Krueger's Revenge. The last project I had was Year of the Bag, YOTB. Shout out to everybody that downloaded that shit and bumped that shit, man. Y'all was dope. The fucking first beat I ever rapped on was Triumph by Wu-Tang. I remember I was probably like 6th or 7th grade, I want to say, when I did that shit, and I would always be bumping that shit by Inspector Deck's first verse and shit. He was the first nigga on the track, and he was like, atomically, Socrates, philosophies, and hypotheses, can't define how I be dropping these mockery. So like, I was trying to rhyme exactly like that, you know what I'm saying? I was only like 11 and 12 and shit. I forget what the exact verse was that I was spitting, but it was like something like, you know what I'm saying? I was just like always into that shit since I was probably like, I said like 9 and 10. I'd fucking be kicking with my older brother, he's from Detroit, and that nigga would always, he's like 4 or 5 years older than me, so he was always hip to shit that I didn't know about, and he would show me and be like, yo man, check this shit out, blah blah blah, and I was like, yo, this is dope, and I asked my mom, so I was like, yo, can I fucking bump some of this shit? And she was like, this is too fucking explicit. So she was like, we can get you some fucking versions that don't got no cussing on it. So I had the Wu-Tang CD and shit, the Wu-Tang Forever CD, but the whole fucking CD was censored with fucking B sounds. So every time a nigga would say something, it'd be like, you mother, you know what I'm saying? Fucking. So I was like, yo, this is so dope. And I was like listening to that shit, and I just fucking ran with it from there. And my brother like showed me how to write and how to do multis and how to, you know what I'm saying, do all the little technical shit with it. And I just fell in love with it and ran with it ever since. Definitely Simpsons. Every day at like 6 o'clock, that shit used to come on. I think on Fox, UPN. That was the shit. And fucking, I made sure no matter what the fuck I was doing, I was home at 6 to watch that shit. I know every fucking character, every fucking episode up to like fucking season, maybe like 13 or 14 when it started getting a little bit cheesy and shit. But before that, I know fucking everything. Y'all niggas want smoke? You want trivia? With Simpsons and the guys, me nigga, I'm there. Count me in like double Dutch bread. Purple Haze by Cam. That shit's front to back, it's sloppy. But you gotta be into like shit like Cam, you know what I'm saying? Like, I came up off of Cam, that's one of my favorite artists ever, so I love that album because it's like, the beats is crazy, that nigga's on this super arrogant, motivational shit. If you a hating ass nigga, then you gonna listen to it and be like, oh, he thinks he's the shit, fuck him. But, you know what I'm saying, if you're a real nigga that's like, trying to hustle and come up, you gonna hear that shit, be inspired and be like, yeah, nigga, this is dope. Kid Cudi, Speeding Bullet to Heaven. That shit, I feel like, describes me personally to a T. Like, I've never heard an album that I've, like, was able to relate to so much, you know what I'm saying? Like, the niggas talking about being frustrated, rage, and using that shit as fuel, and fuck everybody. And it ain't fuck everybody with me, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all niggas, I got mad love for everybody, but at the same time, you know how we getting the feelings and shit, and we're just like, yo, nigga, fuck the world, nigga, it's me against everybody, nigga, I'm going, you know what I'm saying? Those are the type of vibes that shit's on, and when that shit dropped, I was really going through a lot of shit where I was just in dark vibes, you know what I'm saying? So it came out at the perfect time, was able to let me understand how to use my dark for the light. Sometimes nigga, you gotta use the dark for the light, you know what I'm saying? You gotta use them rage emotions to get you out of the bullshit so you can get to some better place, you understand? I'm gonna go fucking Food by MF Doom. That shit's crazy as fuck, cause the nigga's like going off this whole like food thing where he's like using metaphors and similes and puns and shit as food topics and switching it with a whole bunch of different wordplay, and it's crazy as fuck, man. So those are definitely my top 3 stupid shit. Probably Marilyn Manson. I'm a big Marilyn Manson fan just because that nigga represents a lot of the rage too. And niggas confuse rage with like being crazy or he's bad, or you know what I'm saying? Like rage isn't always bad. It's like, yeah, you feel these fucked up emotions and feelings, but you gotta be able to use that shit as fuel, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm fed up with this, or I'm tired of this, or this motherfucker's making me mad, or you know what I'm saying? But you use that as fuel to, you know what I mean, drive you to get to a better situation than you're already in. So that nigga came out with this album, what was it called? Antichrist Superstar. And that shit's fire as fuck, like front to back, beautiful people's on that shit. And it's fucking dope as fuck. Like, I love it. So Marilyn Manson definitely is my and Barrington love me too. That nigga's dope as fuck. That nigga that fucks with Shine that. Favorite movies of all time. One of them is definitely Terminator 2 Judgment Day. That shit's hard as fuck. That nigga was acting all the fuck way on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was no emotions at all, nigga. Complete the mission. That's what the fucking movie's about, nigga. Fuck everything. I'm getting the mission complete. It don't matter how I get it done. Training Day. You know what I'm saying? Training Day just because Denzel's a fucking fool in that shit. Shout out to the throat jab in the alley. You know what I'm saying? The nigga got the nigga with the two. Oh, Pay the Fourth. Definitely Pay the Fourth. I knew Friday front to back off by her, you know what I'm saying? Like that, I was like going through some tough times and shit when I was like fucking 17, and I only had that movie. Like I didn't have cable, I didn't have internet, I only had Friday, nigga, and I used to play that shit all day. So I know that shit off by her front to back. Yeah, those would probably be my top joints right there. Favorite basketball team ever, or just like right now?
I like favorite basketball team ever.
I say ever probably have to be like the 01 Lakers, because like obviously you had Kobe, rest in peace to the Mamba. That nigga was always killing his whole career, but in 01 that nigga was just fucking killing niggas crazily, bro, with no remorse. And then obviously Shaq. I like Shaq so much during those times because that nigga was just ruthless, you know what I'm saying? There's this play where this nigga dunked on, I think it was Chris Dudley, and the nigga just like shoved his whole shit into his face, paused, and pushed the nigga to the ground and jogged off like ain't shit happened, just on some super thug shit. Did an interview where the nigga was talking about, I don't give a fuck, y'all niggas ain't shit, some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Just on some straight ruthless, straight reckless, straight nigga shit, bro. And I fuck with that heavy, man, when niggas just doing nothing. So shout out to the 01 Lakers, man. That's probably like my favorite hoop squad of all time. So, traumatic memories, that shit came from when I grew up and shit. I went through a lot of fucked up shit, you know what I'm saying, as a child and as an adolescent and even at early adulthood. So fucking, I never let that shit, you know what I mean, like fuck with me mentally. Like it was always just me being able to reflect on it and use it as fuel to be like, yo, alright man, I don't ever want to have to feel like that ever again. So traumatic memories is basically using painful or like negative experiences as motivation, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people will view that shit like when you go through painful experiences, you be like, I don't even think about that shit anymore, man, that was fucked up. But it's not thinking about the experience, it's thinking about the lesson that you learned from that shit. So traumatic memories represents that, to be like, yeah, I went through some fucked up shit, but I'm using that to get to a better place so I never have to feel or go through any of that type of shit ever again. Not only that, but being inspirational to other people that are going through fucked up shit. They can see it and be like, yeah, this sucks right now, nigga, but I'm gonna be on some better shit in a couple of days or a couple months or a couple of years. However long it takes, nigga, I'm not gonna be in this position forever, you know what I'm saying? So that's what traumatic memories is all about. Fucking, I remember I was at my homeboy's crib and shit. He's like, yo, bro, I got some fucking marijuana, man. I'm like, yo, word? Like, I was only probably like fucking 13. And then we fucking smoked this big ass blunt. Like, I don't know where this nigga got this fucking weed from. little 13-year-old nigga probably stole it from his parents or some shit. And fucking, I never been that high in my life. 100%. Like, nigga, we was in his parents' whip and shit. We didn't go nowhere. We just like, yo, let's go sit in the car and like smoke and shit. So we bumping in the car and shit. Felt like we was driving dead ass. Like, I felt like the wind was blowing in my hair and nigga had a fade. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was high as shit. Niggas went up, got outside the whip, fucking went to 7-Eleven, literally probably spent like $80 in that bitch. Cause I at the time, nigga, low key, like I had paper on me, nigga. Like I was like, I would have video games and I would beat the video games quick as fuck and sell the bitches at school. So I always would like have an extra paper on me. So nigga, when we went to 7-Eleven, bro, like I had like guap to spend, nigga, and I bought like 3 slushies, like 5 Butterfingers, like 12 Reese's, nigga, like beef patties with motherfucking jalapenos, nacho cheese in that bitch, ketchup, mustard, just some crazy ass high nigga shit. But that was like definitely the highest I ever been the first time I smoked, and I loved it ever since. Ever since the first time I smoked, I was like, yeah, this is me. This is 100% the type of shit I like.
All you do is smoke weed.
I would go, whew, damn, okay. I'm gonna go motherfucking Bob Marley on the hook. I'm gonna go Future on the second verse, and on the third verse, I'm gonna go Bootsy Collins. You know what I'm saying? And just have the craziest gumbo soup fucking song of all time, you know what I'm saying? Cause these total different vibes, like niggas don't even know what's coming next, you know what I'm saying? That I could ever have.
Yeah.
And I was about to die.
Yeah.
I'll come with 2 shit, man. I don't wanna be in the floor, you know what I'm saying? You fuck around and be dead off this bitch. Last meal would be stuffed crust pizza, deep dish, with motherfucking 5 Guys burger patties on top of that bitch as a motherfucking topping.
Damn!
Orange pop, crush, in slush form. Let's get it. Denzel. Shout out Sam though too, man. That's my nigga, man. But Denzel, my nigga. All I gotta say is throw jab. You know what I'm saying? He got game traded, the nigga hit the nigga with the two. I was like, alright, fuck it, it's Denzel. You know what I'm saying? Like that was my favorite actor. As soon as I seen the throw jab, I was like, yo, that's my nigga right there.
Suck my dick, bitch.
You know what I'm saying? You told me to suck your dick, bitch. Isn't that what you just said?
Told me to suck your dick, bitch. Isn't that what you said to me?
The nigga with the nigga, he got game, but the nigga was like, what you got over there? So you got a little Range Rover? Okay, what you go get nigga? He's like, nigga, you ain't about pop. Like, nah, I'm not trying to disrespect. You're fucking. But, nah, but Denzel, that nigga has so many different levels. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's John Q. Denzel, then there's motherfucking Training Day Denzel, then there's motherfucking, what was that shit? Remember the Titans Denzel, then there's motherfucking Malcolm X Denzel, bruh, like, who the fuck has that type of catalog when they're able to adapt to so many different characters so well, bro? That nigga's a genius with this shit.
King Kong ain't got shit on me!
We got a new video finna pop off in probably about 2 or 3 weeks. And then we got another one finna pop off after that. And probably like 6, 7 more. So, nigga, there's a lot of shit that's finna pop off, my nigga. You understand? And the Krueger's Revenge shit. I'll pop that shit off, but at the same time, I'll be releasing other singles as well. So it's not just gonna be like a project and then a hiatus. It's gonna be like the project and then singles and videos and merch. And speaking of the merch, the Traumatic shit is finna go crazy, man, and fucking drop a whole bunch of that shit. So if you niggas can buy that shit and support it, that'd be fucking awesome, man. Shout out to y'all niggas if you do it. If you don't, tell a friend, maybe they will. You understand? So I'm gonna be doing some t-shirts, hoodies, hats, sweatpants, socks, condoms, you name it, nigga, I got it. You know what I'm saying? And if I don't got it, you don't want it, nigga, trust me. Yeah, man, this is Braaks, aka Krueger, the Down the Beast legend and champ. You just tuned in to Nuff Said with RUSHMIDD, nigga. Let's get stoned, let's get high, let's get fly, let's get rich.
I'm living reckless, I'm living reckless, I'm living reckless, reckless. I'm never stressing, I'm never stressing, I'm never stressing, stressing. Fuck on my exes, fuck on my exes, fuck on my exes, exes. This is a blessing, this is a blessing, this is a blessing, blessing.